Yes, another cover missing. And also, this one here is, at least the front panel's on it though, there is that I suppose, but it's a bit dodgy. But nevertheless, at least it's there, but yeah, unfortunately, those are the things we've got to deal with. I tried to find that top panel off that there, morning by the way, but it's nowhere to be seen, so I don't know what they've done with it. Whether they could have fucking chucked it, I suppose, but I don't know. Yeah. Also the AdBlue sensor on the truck is playing up as well. It's saying that it's empty and it's saying top up, but I've just done that and it's full to the brim, so I've got a funny feeling that the sensor, which is at the, yeah, believe it or not, it's at the bottom of the tank. Stupid place to put it, and it might have got knocked off, because that's something that's happened many a time with these particular AdBlue tanks on this on these trucks. But hey, we will have to soldier on regardless. Right, I've got to fill out the crap first before I go anywhere. Must fill out me crap. Guess what? Hey! At least it's Friday. That's one good piece of news, isn't it, really, when you think about it? It is Friday. Yes. That's all that matters. Friday. I'm in a different man truck as I was yesterday. I don't know what this one's going to be performing like. But we will find out as the day progresses, I suppose. And I didn't even realise it was Bank Holiday Monday, this Monday. Which means, bye-bye April. We're almost halfway through the year. It's insane. It's fucking nuts. But you wouldn't know that by the weather, would you? Fucking chuck it in the rain again. Fucking weather's shocking, it is. Absolutely shocking. Started at that time. We're in Cannock at the moment. What was it? 469. 469. 243. Yep, that's how many kilometres on this particular vehicle. We are off to Goole on this wonderful Friday. Yes, but I've got to go across the road first to pick up the trailer, which has got the Goole on, so that's where I'm going to be going. It's not a bother at all. No. But depending on how long it takes me to get there will depend on how fucking fast this thing is. And if it's anything like the vehicle yesterday, it'll be milk float slow, I'm telling you. Fucking shocking. Because there's nothing worse than having your day delayed because the vehicle has been turned down. I mean, where they get this concept that it saves fuel from, I have no idea, because the way that the vehicle performed yesterday is that say if you're doing 56 miles an hour, it might not seem a lot compared to 51 to 56, but that is a lot of energy that's being used, granted, right? We know that, but you are then building up momentum, and once you start going, then the engine sort of like idles, like, you know, on a flat surface. But when you come to a bank, you knock it down a peg, right, depending on what you're driving, so you knock it down a gear at the bottom, which gives that oomph to pull up. But if you haven't got that oomph to start with, regardless to whether you knock it down or not, the vehicle just goes, and and it slows right the way down into a crawling speed trying to get up a fucking bank when you got weight on, which is no good, because it feels like not only has the speed been dropped down, but the power to the vehicle's been dropped down. It's as though the turbo has been turned off. It just has no go in it whatsoever. And I don't see where that is fuel efficient. I just don't get it. Because if you haven't got the torque behind the engine, which is where the turbo comes into play, and you're fucking pumping more fuel in so that the engine has to rev up higher, then that's wasting fuel as far as I can see. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, like, but it just comes across that way. And if you are travelling down the road and say you're on the motorway, you've just got on there, off you go, and then you're up to the cruising altitude of fucking milk float slow, right? Compared to somebody who's doing 56 miles an hour, right? So if you've got to do 56 miles in the hour, you're only going to reach 51. So then you've got to drive that extra bit of time to catch up to the 56 miles. It might only be 5 miles. But work it out. If you're doing 51, it's going to take you 1 minute, 18 seconds, maybe 1 minute 22 seconds, depending, to cover that miles distance, right? So I think it's about 1:18 actually, 1 minute 18 seconds to cover that distance, right? You multiply that by 5, you're now up to 6.5 minutes. I mean, what the fuck? So that's that kind of time that you've burnt fuel off. So where's the saving? I don't see a saving, I see a waste. Plus as well, the other downfall of a vehicle going slower is that your drive time gets wasted as well. Granted, if you're a tramper and you're paid by the hour, you don't really care about that because, happy days, more time wasted, more money you're earning. But as a dayman and you're on one set wage and you've got to do a job, no. It's a fucking fail straight away, without a doubt. But hey, I'm not. I don't run the company. It's got nothing to do with me. I can play my face up as much as I want, but that's about as much as I'll ever give, because the common sense will be ta-ta. There is none. There's no common sense whatsoever. It eludes people, some of these common sense sort of scenarios. Like, I don't understand what you mean. We do this to save money, but you're fucking not saving money, you're wasting money. And wasting my time. I think I'm done. Yeah, I think now. Oh yes, the top flip. I had a nice shower this morning, and already my hands are black, and that's just off the steering wheel. Wonderful stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what. Unbelievable. When it comes to the state of these vehicles, right? I mean, it's as if we must employ these type of people that have no regard to the equipment they're given, and they just don't give a shit, you know what I mean? Or they are these type of people that are just uncontrollably heavy-handed, and they don't know how to have a bit of finesse with things. I don't know, it's fucking mind-baffling, it really is. I don't get it. I really don't. No. How do you get grease on you? Well, that's easy. Fucking pin locks will do the grease shit, isn't it, really? Yeah, but I think I'll wipe this steering wheel off now, so we'll do it later. So I always like to have a nice clean steering. I mean, the other day, right? I mean, my hands, for some unknown reason, have gone really, really, I mean, bone fucking dry. And I don't know why. I think it can either be the dirt and shit on the steering wheel, which is probably what's causing it, because I do suffer with contact dermatitis. And through wiping the steering wheel off, it sort of like stops that, and I don't tend to have a bother. But just of late, I've been having, my hands have gone literally fucking desert dry. I'm not kidding you. Fucking unbelievable. The backs of my hands are all white with dust, because it just seems like I'm withering away. I'm like a fucking crypt corpse, you know what I mean? It's sitting in a fucking open crypt. Gonna be a zombie soon. Well, I fucking feel like one, I'm telling you now, honestly. Through wiping the steering wheel off for me, it sort of like alleviates that. And also for the rampant fucking nose picking I do as well. When I'm driving down the road, I don't get dirt up my snotter. Just sort of put that in there while you're eating your cow pops. Oh dear. What? I fucking don't care. Fuck it. Every day. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this thing, because with the AdBlue sensor not registering that there's any fucking AdBlue in it, even though it's full to the brim, there is a possibility that it might go, you're not using AdBlue, limited power. And I'll think to myself, limited power? Fuck me, it's limited enough as it is. If you limit any more, the fucking thing will be wanting to be pushed down the road. I don't bloody drive down the road. Right, I'm going to go and I will speak to you later. If there's anything interesting, well, the way this weather's performing, yeah, there ain't going to be no drive along today, but don't worry, I've got plenty to do for the weekend. So as always, I will see you Monday, and there'll be either one or two drive-alongs for the weekend. So enjoy and have a good one, and yeah, remember, you'll be off on bank holiday if you are off, and me, I'll be working it. So enjoy. See you later. Have a good one. Bye. Fucking scutty bag of shit.